This amendment is to honor a very good friend of mine, a friend of most of everybody who is here. And for those of you who never knew Senator Jim Metzen, you missed the gem of a guy. What this particular amendment does is it names a section of Highway 52 within Dakota County as Senator Jim Metzen Memorial Highway. Jim Metzen was the consummate public servant. He served in the House of Representatives from 1975 till 1986, and he served in the Senate from 1986 till 2016. And he basically drove that highway every single day of his life, and he was also in the South St. Paul City Council for another 8 years prior to his work in the House. He worked very, very hard for his district. I love the guy. He was the president of the Senate from 2003 to 2011. He was the chair of the Business Industry and Jobs Committee from 2007 to 2011 and chair of Telecom from 2001 to 2003. He lived for this place, and this place will not be the same without him. I think if there was ever a guy who deserved to have a highway named after him, a highway that he drove practically every day, it's Senator Jim Metzen. He was I said before, he was the consummate public service servant. He was a wonderful businessman. He was a tremendous family man. The Minnesota State Senate will never be the same without Jim Metzen, and he was truly a great American. And so I hope you all will join me in voting unanimously to name this section of highway after Senator Jim Metzen.
To the A110 amendment, Senator Hoffman. Senator Bach.
Well, Mr. Chairman and members, I had the opportunity to visit Senator Metzen a couple weeks before he passed away in the medical facility that he spent the last few weeks of his life in. And truth be known, he asked me if we could name, I thought it was Robert Street, but maybe it was Highway 52. It was actually a request he made of me in the last couple weeks. And I think in honor of Senator Metzen, who was a friend of everybody in this chamber, we should do a roll call vote in honor of Jim.
Roll call requested, roll call granted. Senator Gazelka.
Thank you, Mr. President and members. And for the 21 legislators that were not here, he was loved and appreciated by both sides of the aisle, well respected by both sides of the aisle. I wished I'd thought of this.
Seeing no further discussion, Senator Senjum. Senator Senjum.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll just be real brief. If we do this, it would be my great honor, I think all of our great honors, but especially those that travel back and forth to southern Minnesota, to pass by that sign every day and remember Metz. He was a great guy. We just loved him to death.
Seeing no further discussion, the Secretary will take the roll on the A111 or 110 amendment. All members having voted, the Secretary will close the roll.